Hello everybody, welcome back to Sticks and Stones Productions. I'm Kai, and today I'll be comparing ink cartridges and ink converters. So, what is the difference? The biggest difference is that cartridges are one-use, sealed, disposable items, while converters, like this Pilot Con B, Converter B, I don't know what B is, but well, who knows. These can use bottled inks, such as this guy, Diamine Dark Forest 150th Anniversary, and I also have a set of cartridges in Standard International Short. Come on. This is the Standard International Short cartridge. This is a proprietary Pilot cartridge, so this will not fit in a Pilot pen, and this will not fit in a Kavico pen or in a I don't know, Mont Blanc. So talk about that later. But so the biggest difference is disposable, reusable. And so a cartridge is essentially a little sealed capsule of ink. It's when you insert it through the back of a pen. I'm not going to show you because I have the this guy in right now, but you would essentially stick it like this. It pops in and then breaks the seal, and now you have capillary action, allowing you to write with your pen, because the ink is now flowing out of the cartridge, through the hole, over the river, into the woods, and out of your nib. So the pros of having a cartridge are they are super convenient. You can just, write. Oh no, I ran out. Take it out, throw it away, take out a new one, put it in, and then you're back. They're also pretty cheap. You can get this guy's a 20-pack of International Shorts. I think these guys carry about 0.6 to 0.7 milliliters of ink, and $8 for this pack of 20. And they last for enough time. I think the Pilot cartridges carry about 1.1 milliliters. Standard International Longs carry about that too. The shorts are about my estimate 0.7-ish milliliters. So they do last for enough time. It's not like you write one letter and then boom, you're out of ink. And the cons, the biggest thing is that there are not as many color options, especially if you're using a brand that uses proprietary cartridges like Pilot. You can only get the Pilot cartridges, and therefore only the Pilot inks. So this is a blue black. This is that might be a black. Yeah, this one's a black. So it's not, you're very, very constricted. Even the international ones, you can get so many more options with ink, like the Pilot Blue Black, or the Yamabudo from Pilot Ito Shizuku. I love that ink, it's great. Yeah, so it's also not as economical as bottled ink. This guy, I got it like 4 years ago for $10-15. It's still going. I haven't even used half of it. So that'll probably last me all the way through high school, maybe even college, who knows. This guy's pretty new. It's a 40 milliliters. It's pretty much sealed. Yeah, it is sealed. Haven't used it yet. And this guy, the blue black, this one is only 30 milliliters, not millimeters. And there's still a solid amount left. I'm using that in here. The Grants, the Ito Shizuku Yamabudo is in my Metropolitan, and the Dark Forest, since the Lilliput only takes international. What on earth? Oh dear, my cartridge fell out. Whoopsies. Well, it appears I've discovered another con of having cartridges. They fall out. That has never happened before. Now I have a little smear. Oh well, it's a green mat. Nobody will notice. There's also a lot of different standards. As I showed you, this is the Pilot. This is a standard international short. Pilot, Platinum, Lamy, Parker, they all make their own proprietary standards, along with like Faber-Castell, and some other smaller brands. So yeah, the standard is not really standard. It's not like USB where Apple's just doing their own thing, and then every other company is using USB-C. Anyways, let's talk about converters. So, this, I actually have two of these. Squeeze, squeeze. This is the Pilot Con B converter. It essentially works by squeezing the air out, and then sucking it back with ink. But most converters work with a piston mechanism, such as the Pilot Con 40 right here. You just spin it so that this little piston is all the way extended, and then you spin it the other way so that it sucks ink back, and then you have a full converter. So the pros: bottled ink. Bottled ink is amazing. You have hundreds, if not thousands, of options to choose from. You can get essentially any color you want: red, magenta, pink, orange, yellow, violet, red, green, silver, gold. You can get sheened ink, which has like a secondary color that kind of sheens through sometimes. You can get shimmering ink, which essentially has little glitter speckles in the ink, which is pretty cool. You can get permanent inks, and it's just so many more choices. It's also a lot more economical than getting cartridges, as well as good for the planet, yeah. A 40 milliliter bottle of Diamine ink costs $15 and will probably last you several years. Holds more ink, and a 20 pack, which is I can't do math right now, but it's less than 20 milliliters, costs $8. So you can buy 2 8-packs for the price of one 40 milliliters, and there's about 60% of the ink. So bottled ink is 60% cheaper than cartridges. So I have a duplicate ink because the Kavico Lilliput only takes standard international cartridges. There's no converter option. So I actually got myself some syringes to refill the cartridges. That's kind of another feature. If you run out, you can just suck some ink and then shoot it back into the cartridge, and you are good to go. So that's a big plus. Or you can just use a converter. Yeah. So there's nothing to throw away. You're not throwing away like pieces of plastic every few weeks, or more than weeks really, every few months. The cons: there is an upfront cost. The Pilot Con B costs $5. The nicer Con 40 costs $7. Pilot makes a really cool kind of vacuum converter, which costs $8. The Lamy converter costs about $6, so there is an upfront cost. The Metropolitan is cool because it comes with the Con B, but I replaced it because I don't really like the squeeze one. So it does have an upfront cost, and I'm not sure. This might be wrong, but it appears to me like there's a smaller ink capacity in converters than in cartridges. Like, if you look at this, that's a pretty big boy, and almost all of it is full of ink, compared to this, which is also a big boy, but only about half of it is filled with ink. So yeah, the cartridges are going to have bigger capacity than the converters. But that's about the only cons. So essentially, cartridges are convenient. Pop it out, stick a new one in, keep going. And converters allow you to use bottled ink. And yeah, that's about the only difference. There will be a video later on explaining different filling mechanisms like eyedropper pens and vacuum pens and piston pens such as the TWSBI Eco, but for another day. Yeah, that's the video. Hope you all enjoyed. I hope this converted you to fountain pens. See you next time.